Welcome back to my channel, guys. Okay, this is the actual breakdown of what I'm gonna be doing. So first off, I would like to say I am not in school, and this is my own curriculum. It's not even a curriculum. Like, I'm just kind of going by I'm just going by the flow of the ocean, right, guys? So first off, I would like to start by saying that I am going to be starting to think max, knowledge max, okay? With the rise of AI, every single day, people are scared of AI taking their jobs. But today I saw this YouTube breakdown, and essentially, I feel like it makes sense, but just hearing it from someone else, it makes me feel like I'm not crazy. But this guy was saying on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the description. He was saying that with everything going on in the world right now, there's going to be a window of opportunity for us to use a little bit more of the technology, and AI will be taking more jobs as the economy kind of fluctuates with the current events, right? We can expect for it. This is a prediction because nothing has happened yet, or I haven't checked the news. Been a little bit on edge. I know it's a little selfish, a little I understand that I have the privilege to just look away for a second, but if I'm able to, I'm gonna choose to do so because it's a thought, and letting that consume you is not great. But anyways, hope, prayers to everyone. I hope everyone and their family is safe. I hope that everyone is blessed, and I hope that nothing actually happens and this is all bluff. Anyways, the concept of AI taking over your jobs, people are stressed about it, but if you look at it from a different angle, AI will be taking our jobs. Essentially, people don't work because they want. Some people do really enjoy their jobs, but at the end of it all, you have to work to pay your bills. You have to. And with the rise of AI, if they just took all of our jobs, we'd just be chilling, bro. We wouldn't have to work. They would rather not pay us and build revenue off of just laborless, and they can work these bots for hours. And there is a thought that they will develop their own consciousness and that they will try to rebel against being exploited, but that hasn't happened yet. And if that were to happen, then so be it, right? We gotta learn somehow. Yeah. So I was thinking, and it got me to thinking, one thing about AI is that AI, it can know everything, and everything that we know to the extent that we kind of programmed it to understand. But humans will always have their own whimsy. I feel right now, if there's any time and you have any time, you should use your free will. It is especially important. If the AI takes over, unlock your whimsy. Don't let your job be the only thing that don't let the money be the only thing that keeps you going. And for me, one thing that I really appreciate and I would like to is you can go band for band with the AI when you know a thing or two, right? It's gonna come to a time where people are graduating from school with the help of heavy usage of AI. And I'm not saying people are dumb. There's obviously people that are learning and they're picking up an actual skill, but slowly and hopefully AI will be able to do anything that a human can when it comes to working and labor. And not just AI, just robotics and technology and all of that. But AI would be probably one of the most helpful things in that situation. But okay, yeah, as I was saying, there's people getting degrees with heavy usage of the AI. Are they really understanding the concept? There is gonna come a point where that degree, and it's so expensive. School has gotten so expensive. If you have a passion, go for it. If you want to know something, go ahead and look into it. Pick up a book, like, and if you don't want to, that's fine. If you just want to relax, go ahead, relax. Like, right now is the time that we should be exercising. The only freedom that we have is our, like, free will. And, you know, it might not be perfect, but, right? So, as I was saying, one thing I've always, you know, I've really passionate about is learning. And, you know, I thought the only way was through school. But slowly, I've kind of established myself out of school. And I have this really strong feeling that I can actually learn on my own. I can learn everything. I might not have the physical degree, but hopefully I will get to the point where I will be able to exercise all this knowledge, put it to work, and be what I want to be, regardless of a degree or not. Regardless if AI takes my job, this is something I truly, genuinely want. So hopefully you guys will join me and free will max with me. The schedule, as you guys can see, there's like a rough draft. I kind of went over in the other video, the previous video. If this drops, I'm sorry if this is out of order. Hopefully not, but I started this week. Today is the 7th. I kind of skipped yesterday, but I'm gonna challenge myself to do 15 minutes of studying of specific content for the specified day. And you guys already know me. I got like a notebook all set. Like, I made a label, bro. I'm ready. I'm gonna catch up on Math Monday. Okay, so starting off the weekday, we have Math Monday. Pretty self-explanatory. I will just try and use my 15 minutes of time to look into math concepts and try to understand them. Daily exposure is said to be like really helpful. I can actually go on my own pace, and I've never been horrible at math, so I'm pretty hopeful. I've gotten to the level of calculus 3, so I'm going to be aiming to do calculus 4 maxing, okay? Initially, I might go above and beyond later, but right now it's just calculus 4. That's what I'm going to do. I missed yesterday, but I will catch up like literally right now. Literally 30 minutes. It's going to take me 30 minutes to knowledgemaxx today. Next, we got Technical Tuesday. Now on the board it just says Tech Tuesday, but I guess that can be a little bit misleading. So let me specify. Technical Tuesday. What does technical mean? Technical is like science, industry, engineering type. So, you know, anything like that kind of STEM-y will be in that category, science-y. And the main concept I'm going to go over today is I'm going to start learning anatomy because I need to learn it for my job so that I can get a certain certification. So I'm going to learn it, and hopefully I will do that ASAP. Have a couple months until I can take this exam, until I can actually study for this test, the certification. So hopeful. The idea first given to me, I am very grateful, by the way, that I have like so many people around me that are able to guide me. And, you know, I kind of went around and asked what would be the best way to start anatomy. And one of the best explanations was actually given to me today, because I was like, I really want to learn this concept. They pulled out the certification book and asked me if I wanted to study it. I said yes, but they couldn't give me that book, so I couldn't study that. Or that would have been in my tech area of it. But he told me that he's a doctor, by the way, or a dentist. And he told me that how he learned was by starting the development of in the utero as a fetus, right? So I think I'm gonna go that way, and that way I can kind of see like the timelines, and as it develops, as like a human being kind of is supposed to develop the timeline, and then as everything kind of comes to be. So that is my main focus for today. I am gonna wait until Thoughtful Thursday. Okay, no, I'm not. So Thursday, Thoughtful Thursday. That is gonna be a day where I can get all philosophical. I can kind of read an article, break it down, free write, just something that will leave a thought in my head, something lingering. Yes. And then we got Fun Friday. You guys already know I gotta have some fun. And Friday, most of the time, like, either way, I genuinely be looking up these videos. I just don't log it down, and I don't like keep track of what I am learning, so it's not as streamlined as this hopefully will be. But Fun Friday, hopefully, I'll let you guys know what topic I choose for those. But I won't get too much into. I'm just giving the breakdown on Monday and Tuesday because that's a longer topic. Like Thoughtful Thursday, like that's kind of a 1 day thing. Fun Friday, like that's just kind of like a 1 day thing. So I'll just kind of go whatever the flow is for that day. I'm gonna be keeping this log in this binder, and there's a divider for each section. I'm gonna keep one thing I know. Okay, guys, let me put you guys on this binder right here. Just helps me like keep things organized, really organized. So I'm gonna use this as my keeping track, my tracker. And then yeah, and you can open the binder and like take out pages and kind of reuse it. But I think I might just keep this one in here for like the first kind of year or whatever I can rack up until it's full. And then I'll just get another binder and just keep track of that. Why am I keeping track of this? Why am I recording this? You guys know me, bro. I love the camera and the camera loves me. But I'm keeping track of it just kind of to hold myself accountable and kind of see a clear timeline. I also want this to be set as proof for later on in time. If I were to be hired as a professional, I'm going to be like, guys, you never know, right? But keeping log and writing it down and all that is going to help ingrain it into my mind. And I will actually learn it, and it will be at my own pace. And yes, the goal, well, I do kind of want to get my degree at some point, for if I have to. But if at that point, like, I already know kind of the concepts, and I'm just going off of the prereqs. So the prereqs for bioengineering, it's what I already was doing in school. So hopefully I'll be able to just knock all these concepts down. I'm trying to knock out like physics. I already did physics 1. I'm going to retry that because I have the booklets right here. So I'm going to try that as well. But I'm going to focus on human anatomy first. I'm going to try to knock out all these prereqs. And hopefully I'll be able to keep a timeline, see how I progress, and see kind of what works best. So this is just the introduction video. Hopefully by the end of, I don't know about the end of the month, I might do this in quarters, do a little report, kind of see what, or I'll update the topics, and I'll try to do a report because I do need to work on my writing as well. But yes, so I'm gonna try and report. I don't know the timeline. I won't set a timeline because that's too much. I am gonna do a quarterly report on the dreaming, which I haven't been having anymore as often, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But there has been actually a couple things confirmed to me, or like not confirmed, but that rang a bell, and I kind of correlated it back to it. So let me just go over my runs. There's only 2 that I like fully was able to identify throughout my day. So okay, I don't know exactly, and this is why I have this, because I can reference now and you guys can fact check. So I had a dream, I don't know when, but I had a dream about a team that everyone was excited about, and the main color was green, and it was not the Sounders. And recently, I've heard all this talk about the Supersonics, a basketball team that was based here in Seattle, and I've seen like the people wearing the shirts, like people are really excited. So I think that's what I'm linking it back to that dream. I guess that was like a parallel universe where I knew the Supersonics. Mind you guys, I do not watch sports. Like, I don't really keep up with this kind of stuff. You guys clearly can see that I just be in my room doing some random like, you know. So that was something that correlated with the dream I had prior, which was really exciting. When I saw like the logo in the shirt, like I was like, yo. Okay. Second correlation that came back, was I had another dream where a friend invited me kind of last minute to a party, and I showed up really late. And once we showed up, everyone was throwing up. Everyone was like, we were already in late, and in the dream, I had gone in with like I already kind of knew what was gonna happen, but I did it anyways. Same thing happened in real life. Like, this time, in the dream, I like didn't get ready because I was like, I was super nonchalant. I was like, it's gonna be over. By the time we're in there, we're just gonna go in, it's gonna be cool. But I didn't do that. I actually dressed up because I was like, this is this person's birthday. It wasn't the initial person that I had dreamt about, but it was that. And they did the same exact thing, bro. Like, the dialogue was pretty much like, it felt like I was doing a rerun, because we went in, people were throwing up. She's like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry that all these people are messed up. Like, have a drink. Let's, like, there's people sleeping on the bed, hella people in the bathroom. Everything was like a mess. And then she took me to the main room, and she's like, you can chill here. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, I think I was pretty much done. So yeah, I showed up, dressed up. She told me to go to her room. I was waiting there. We left in like 30 minutes. It wasn't like lame, but we knew we got there late, and that's just kind of the outcome. But it was like the same. It wasn't in Bellevue. In the dream, I had thought that this was taking place in like a more urban city, but this actually took place in the Toledo casino. And the room actually looked pretty similar, but the outer part of the building did not look the same. That was pretty much the only difference. It was really nice though. It was a really nice resort, and it was, I wouldn't say that this party was like lame, or I just came really late, and that's literally what happened in the dream. So yeah, it was nice and it was good. So that's my correlation to the past dream. I haven't had like any well, actually guys, I did, but that's for the others. I'll put that over there. So that's it. I'll catch you guys later.